Yeah,
okay, we're recording.
I see a Glenn is here, Dan, a 970. So I'm not sure who everybody is, but glad you're here. Is that Danny? Danny Summers? Maybe so. You guys can unmute yourselves. It got quiet. You're all here? Okay, well, we're going to be casual. I'm Tracy Montfort, and this is our send out cards post convention launch. I like to think of it as a launch because that has a lot of power in it. And we're all ready to launch to success, right?
That's right.
And we have a big incentive. We have a lot of big incentives. Beyond the money, I know that we all like to make the money, but beyond the money, we've got some incentives. And I'll tell you what, the thing that motivates me most are trips. In fact, I've had this glass for a very long time. See that? Norwegian Cruise Line. I believe that was probably the first cruise I ever earned through network marketing way back in the early 90s. Through a skincare company I was with. So I collect these things when I go. But, it just dawned on me just a few minutes ago, I'm coming full circle because the first trip, the actual first incentive trip I ever won, or earned, I shouldn't say won because we're going to work hard for these, was to Cancun, and it was the exact same resort we're going to be staying at.
Woo-hoo!
I know. I pulled up some pictures and I'm like, yes, that was it. So let me show you. Can you guys see my screen? Jean, how do I show my screen?
You can share screen. It's a green icon at the very bottom.
I see it. Okay, cool. So let's see. Do you see that?
Not yet.
Okay, let me do it right. Share screen. And then I want to show desktop. Okay, do you see it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get excited about this. Okay, so that is the pool, which looks right out onto the ocean there. And here's some views. Here's some of the rooms. Here's that white sandy beach. Oh my God.
Nice.
Yeah, I have that resort as my wallpaper on my computer.
Isn't that fun?
Oh
You
God.
can just go for miles. Look at that.
It's gonna look good
saved
all
one of
winter.
the pictures of the spa of 2 massage beds side by side because I'm taking my husband for a massage.
Of course, yes. And look at these little cabanas. Here we go. Look at that. And
Do you want me to put this on speakerphone here?
Sure. Here's one of the restaurants. Look at that.
Oh man.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
They're showing it.
Full, and this is going to be, all inclusive.
Yes. Yeah. It's all.
I remember this part. I remember how incredible that was with all the plants and the swim up bars and all that. Yeah. Incredible. Yummy food. Beautiful. I can see they've done some updates to this place. Yeah, there's one of the swim up bars. I love that. Don't even have to get out of the water. I won't get out of the water. Oh, Steve. Is that you? Is that Steve? How's your toe, Steve? Are you showing us your toe? I think he's at the hospital. Hi, Steve. You can't hear us, maybe. Anyway, so is this worth working for you guys? Is this worth going out of the comfort zone just a little bit?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. So is this the time to get started?
Yes.
Hey, I have my
Some of us already got started.
I don't have anything marked off yet. I don't know if you guys can see this,
Amanda.
but I made my little checkoff sheet here.
Awesome. Well, that's where it starts.
I was hoping to have something checked off by tonight, but that didn't quite happen.
So making the commitment, tracking results, and challenging ourselves and each other and holding each other accountable is really what it's going to take to make this happen. So I'm going to come back. Here we go. And I wanted to just have everybody share a little bit about, a brief takeaway now that we've gone through the entire convention. Those of you who were there, just something that really popped for you, something that really made a difference. And we do want to keep it kind of brief so we can respect everybody's time tonight. And then Tracy's going to be sharing one of the new products that was launched and some maybe thoughts and ideas on how to use it. And I had asked Matt to come and talk about the new share on the app, but maybe we'll just collectively do that because Matt's not going to be able to get here in time. And then I'm going to talk a little bit more about the Cancun thing, and then Cancun trip, and Jean is going to share a Google Doc that she created for all of us to be able to track our points. And I actually shared it with all of you, so hopefully you've all received it in your email. And then be thinking about a team name, because we want to choose a team name and create a new Facebook page so that we can all stay together there as well. And then also I want us to talk about getting together weekly like this, but just for 30 minutes. So that's kind of the agenda where we want to go tonight. So who would like to go first, just kind of sharing a grand takeaway from the convention? So not everybody that's here, not everybody was at convention. So keep that in mind.
I'll go first.
Okay, Sue.
Okay. So those of you who were not there, it won't be as easy to visualize, but Steve Schultz did a talk where he made a graph. And we talked about this on the way home. I'm a numbers person. And things don't really mean a lot to me until I see it in number form. And he made a graph that had excitement on the vertical and number of people talked to on the horizontal. And then he talked about how your level of excitement goes up and down depending on what the people you talk to. And then he made a line across the bottom that said was the belief line. And he said that the belief line adds to your excitement line. And that if you have enough belief, you don't need to have your excitement up as high in order to keep going. And that I've always heard people say you need to have your belief level higher, but I told Tracy, I always thought that was voodoo. I never knew what that meant. But when he put it in numerical form on a graph like that, it just cleared it all up for me. And now I know what people talk about. When people say you need to have your belief level higher, it all makes sense.
Yeah. Well, thanks for sharing that. So, one of the things I have on my vision board on the wall over there is that believe instead of seeing as believing. If you don't believe in it, you're not gonna create it in your life. You're not gonna manifest it in your life. And it does come from having that impassioned belief in something. So from that, anybody want to just kind of pop in there, and Sue, feel free. What do you do to keep your belief consistent and solid?
I think having meetings is really important because we need each other to keep our belief level up. And I think that the visions, the pictures, I sent myself a card with pictures of the resort, and anybody who lets me know that they have made a tracking sheet for themselves will get one of my cards.
Okay, great. Anybody else? How do you keep your belief going?
Yeah, the same thing for me. And I find that if I have a full calendar, it's really easy to believe.
Amen.
It's amazing how that works.
Can you guys see this right here?
That is awesome.
That's exactly right, Jean, and that's why I had pulled this page out of the Promptings Academy, page 15, send out cards 5 habits. So as long as we're doing these 5 habits, we're going to keep our belief up because we're in activity and we're going to see results from that. So we want to teach every single person all about this, right? Being at level 4 with habit 1, that's the card sender. Level 2, habit 2, being at level 4 as a smartphone user. Okay, so those who aren't that comfortable with it, play with the app, start using it. Habit 3, be at level 4 with the APA, ask, present, ask. That's all we do, ask, present, ask. Habit 4, be at level 4 with training. Okay, so learn and teach the 5 habits to others, attend and promote events. How many of you felt completely renewed from being at convention?
Yes.
Is that exactly what we all needed, right? You can start going a little flat when we're out here by ourselves, and getting back together with everybody who believe like we do that reignites that. And then habit 5, be at level 4 with personal development. So making sure that beyond what you're learning from send-out cards, that you're doing some kind of personal development every single day. Okay, so keep that page 15 on your Promptings Academy book handy and ask yourself daily, am I being level 4 in all of these different areas? That's going to keep your belief really, really high. Okay, thanks, Sue, for going first. Who else wanted to share or take away?
I'll go. So my takeaway actually is that at convention, it is way easier to make a goal than it is when you're just by yourself in your office.
Yes.
And I really love, my realization was that it's easier to set a goal and it's more fun when you have a goal than just running your business without a goal. And so I am an executive because I would.
Hey!
Because I said I would.
Yeah.
I need to put that one on.
I got mine on. I've been even sleeping with it on.
Yeah.
I'll just take it off the shower. That's it.
I'm like, where is mine? It's in here somewhere. I gotta find that. Cool. Thank you, Jean. Okay, who's doing next? There you go. Now you're right side up. I think that's Michelle. Lisa, you're dying to go. Come on. You're muted though.
I can unmute me. I know how. Well, I would say that for me, the whole convention was just like phenomenal because I was like, yeah, it was a big renewal for me, and just to get back up on the horse kind of thing. So, but I would say there was one particular one, I can't remember what I said before. As far as the takeaway goes, there was so many. Yeah, I can't, I know there was one that just really made me like go, oh, sit up and take notice type thing. But I'm just having like a big old brain fart. So I'm not
Well,
sure.
you know what? I bet it'll come back so you can share it when it comes back.
Okay. All right. Perfect.
Yeah. Yeah. But I get what you're saying about just the whole thing, being in that atmosphere, being around other people that are like-minded, seeing all the leaders up on stage sharing their challenges and their triumphs. That makes you know that they're human just like anybody else. We can all do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Anybody else want to share a takeaway from convention?
I think for me, one of the takeaways was hearing the numbers. Jordan has always shared his numbers as far as how long he's been in the business and how many people he's personally sponsored. But when he had the panel leaders up there and he asked each one of them, how long have you been in and how many people have you personally sponsored and how many legs are producing your income, it was all very, very consistent. So most leaders were bringing in 1 to 2 distributors a month, and most of them were earning the majority of their money off of 1 or 2 legs. So, that makes you realize you need to sponsor 100 people, and maybe 2 of those 100 are going to be producers.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Yeah. So that's network marketing. It's a lot of people doing a little bit and a few people doing a lot.
Right.
And it's life. It's the 20-80 rule.
Yes.
You're going to have 80% of the 20% of the people doing 80% of the production usually. So it's the way it is. And when we can understand that and not try to beat people into being something that they don't want to be, and just love everybody up with a lot of cards and praise them for the activity level that they want to be at. Because some people are very happy just making a little bit of extra money to pay for their cards, or an extra $500 a month to put towards something exciting for themselves in their lives. And some people want to go all the way to the top. So whatever they decide is fine. And that can change too, Hi, Laura. See you there. I think you have yourself muted. So I'm glad you're here, because Laura's down there in that hurricane world down there in Florida. So good to see you here. Okay, anybody from convention that wanted to share a quick takeaway?
Tracy, I'll share something real quick.
Is that Pamela?
It's Rebecca. Rebecca.
Oh, hi, Rebecca. I can't see you, so yeah.
Yeah, I did that on purpose. So one of my biggest takeaways this year, I think, was, being my third convention now, I kind of look back, and a lot of the people I was talking to that it was their first convention, kind of thinking about where I was, even 3 years ago, and where I'm at now, and listening to some of their stories and, just their frustrations and things that I'm still frustrated about. But I realized, and this because we talked about it, but I realized how much 3 years has changed my life. Just a big personal development piece of it, and just being around all of you, and just, I can't put it into words really, but I think all the rest of you know how I feel about it. But, it's just the fact that everyone is such family, and that everybody's in your corner. And it's just an amazing feeling that the support system that we have out there, whether it's just our group or someone else had mentioned the leaders, and just everyone just wants to help you succeed. And I just think it's absolutely amazing. And I don't know why it hasn't hit me before, but it really hit me like a rock this convention. And I've been sharing the app. I've set appointments all week. It's amazing 360 of where I was and how I felt like I was stuck in a rut. So I just want to keep that going. I just want to keep that momentum going, and just be here with all of you, and be in Cancun for free, no less. So That's kind of where I'm at.
I'll be there drinking my hot tea.
Awesome.
Hi, Tracy. Can you hear me?
Yes.
We're from Hurricane Land down here.
I know. I was just telling everybody that. I'm so glad you're okay.
We're good. I got off work last night at midnight, and we left and drove to Sarasota. We're as far west in Florida as we can be without falling into the Gulf.
Oh my gosh. I remember Sarasota. I've been there. Beautiful place.
But we're fine.
For those of you who don't know Laura, she wasn't able to be at convention, but Laura's a senior manager. In fact, one of the 5 who got me to executive.
Hello.
She and her husband Jeff are an awful lot of fun. They have a big, what do you call it? What's the proper name?
We have a 41-foot motorhome that we live in.
And it says on the back, itbeatsworking.com, and it's got a big picture of send-out cards on the back.
Right.
Pretty cool. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. So, okay. Anybody else that was at convention like to do a takeaway?
I will. It's Amanda.
Yes, Amanda.
Probably one of the many, but one of the phrases that stuck with me was when, I don't remember who said it, was old world values and new age technology. And kind of for me probably helped rephase how I think and pitch about the app, because they talked about at convention a lot throughout those days about how you'll share any app with your friends. Why aren't we sharing this app? But that phrase, the old world values and new world technology. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah. You know what, Amanda? I think that's probably had the biggest impact on me too, besides the trip, which I'll pretty much do anything for a trip. But what you just said, because, all of us, we already know the value of sending cards. We know how it makes us feel. We know how it makes other people feel. And that's what's kept us here and send out cards all this time. And when they announced the ease of the share through that, which is, new world values. My cash machine's ringing. Sorry, hang on, let me mute that. There we go. So while, you know, we now have that easy press and send. I mean, that's, you know, 21st century technology, and it makes it so much easier to do it. How many of you have been doing that? How many of you have actually pressed the share button and sent that out since convention?
I haven't had anybody actually walk through it though, but I've sent it.
I did, because you and I
Yeah.
don't have the update.
Well, we have to follow up. And something I've learned about sharing things with people, just sending out a text, you know, not just with this, but with other things, is that you have to make a personal connection. So if you think you're going to sit behind your phone or sit behind your computer and just send apps out and people are just magically going to jump into your business or magically sign up, I don't think that's really the case. I don't really think that's the intention behind it. You still want to make that personal connection. So even if it's a text, and Jean's going to talk about this because we're going to do the texting party, but you know, still reaching out and having a conversation. Hey, I've got something really cool I want to share with you, or like they shared at the convention. Hey, do you have that new send out cards app? And they say, no. What? I got to share it with you. You want to connect with people and have a conversation, and then show them how to put it on their phones. Or if you've talked to people in the past about send out cards and they never did join you, this is a great time to send a little text and say, oh my gosh, you're not going to believe how much easier send out cards just got. We have a free app. Here's the link, and then send it out. So something that creates that, that relationship still, or enhances that relationship still, rather than, look, I'm just trying to, you know, market something at you. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So I think how we approach it. And then once you send it out, we're not really going to know necessarily, I guess, if they download it, if they don't actually go in and send a card. So you definitely want to keep a list of who you've sent it to, and then loop back around a couple days later. Hey, did you get a chance to download that yet? Let me show you how it works. Let's get together on the phone for a few minutes, or, you know, for coffee or whatever. So you can make sure they actually go in and send a card, because that's still the magic. As soon as they click that send button one time, they're going to be hooked on it.
So Tracy, this is Denise. I wasn't at convention.
Hi, Denise. I missed you there.
Well, I usually have to teach at that time, but Cancun is doable.
Cool.
I was reading on the blog just about within the last 10 minutes. Somebody did share, but they couldn't tell if the people who shared it would get a guest account. So you know how we have those gift accounts? Does that automatically travel with the share?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Right, Jean? It does.
It opens up. When they open a gift account, you'll still get an email just like you always did. As soon as they go through and they fill out a username and password, you will get an email saying that they've opened a gift account.
Great. Thanks.
And here's another thing we learned at convention, which to me was enormous about the app. And that is, when you share the app with someone else and they download it and create their customer account, whether they sign up for a subscription or not, even if it's just through a gift account, they have a share button. And if they share it with somebody else as a customer, they're coded to you. Okay, so that's how apps work. People share because they love it, not because they're going to make money necessarily. And so we're going to see, I think, a lot more people coming on and using it just because friends have told them so.
Awesome.
Right, so you want to train your customers where to find that share button, and so they can just share it.
Absolutely. So definitely loop back around with people, make sure that they know the power of what they've got in their hand there and how to use it. Okay, good one. Pamela's here. I haven't heard from Pamela. I'm not sure if you're able to unmute and share a takeaway.
He's at a basketball game.
Oh,
well, hey guys, I'm actually driving now from that volleyball game to my other daughter's practice, so I'm just going to listen.
Good idea.
glad you're here.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yes. Glad you're here,
Okay.
Pamela. Drive safe.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. It's really great listening. So thank you.
Okay, and there's a few more people here. If anybody wants to unmute themselves and pipe in real quick. Okay, and if not right now, let us know. Oh, who's that?
Sharon.
Oh, hi, Sharon.
Oh, now you can hear me.
Yes,
that better?
perfect. Yeah.
Yeah. I was just struck by, again, by the uniqueness of our product. And it's pretty hard to send a card and not have somebody feel good when they receive it on the other end. And that just doesn't happen with too many products, where you have that ability to positively affect people's lives every time you send a card. And what is it, like 98% of the cards get opened?
Yeah.
We're really in a position to have such a positive impact on other people that I think we need to remember that when whatever we're writing in the card, remember that the positive impact that we can have on people.
Yeah.
And
Thank you, Sharon.
That's it.
And you send great cards. Love your cards. Okay, well, speaking of cards, one of the products that was launched at the convention was this beautiful First Impressions kit. And Tracy Runge, I'd love it if you would share about this kit, because Tracy and her husband own a conventional business, a window tinting business, and have really mastered the art behind sending cards to make their customers feel appreciated, to stay with them for life, even if they have to drive across state line to come back, and sending them gobs and gobs and gobs of referrals to where, from a struggling business, wondering if they were going to be able to keep their doors open, they actually had to hire more employees because you doubled or tripled your business after using send out cards. So I thought she was the perfect person to talk about this new product and how you plan to use it.
Well, I'm going to screen share with you guys and log into my account and just show you a couple of samples of how I just edited 2 of the cards so that you could see how I would use them. And one of them I edited and made a card that I would use to build my team. And the other one I edited to be a card that we would use at ProTent.
Did you push screen share?
I haven't pressed screen share yet. Hang on just
Okay.
a second. I'm going to go into my campaign manager and pull those up. Maybe. There we go. Okay. And first impressions. Good one. Where is it at? Where's the link to it? It's gone.
While you're doing that, I'm going to show one thing.
Can you guys still see us?
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay. Oh, share screen. Try that. There we go. Okay.
I don't have it.
It's not here. Okay.
Okay.
Yay.
Okay. So can you guys see our screen?
Do you guys want to come around?
Yeah.
Yes.
Parts? Okay. So this first card, I'm using one of the white First Impressions cards, and these cards are printed on a pearl paper. They're very nice. I don't know how many. Tracy showed you the kit. So this one says, "Thank you very much." And then actually, you know what? I'll go into my card history. That's what I'll do, because then you'll be able to see better how I would use them. Okay, so I sent 2 samples today. The first one I'm going to show you would be as if Amanda were a new team member, and I chose to send the thank you card. The front of it, celebrating new possibilities. So this is the black satin. Then inside, I would have a picture. If I hadn't personally met this new person, then I would take one probably from their Facebook. For this one, I used a picture of us in front of home office. Obviously, this is in my card history, so it hasn't been sent yet. So it says, "Dear first name, it was great to meet you. I am excited about all the possibilities we can create together. Welcome to the team. I look forward to working with you. Blessings, Tracy." And then for the custom back, I have my back that I would send with my business. Normally here I have the GoPro book selected. I typically send that to a new distributor if they've never been in network marketing or whether they have. And my reason for that is I want them to do it correctly. I want them to build the business with ethics and using good practice. So I suggest GoPro for them. And I'm going to show you my custom back if it will let me.
Let it go into your campaign area under edit campaign and then show the back.
Go to view cards.
I already did that.
Oh.
Because it hasn't been sent yet. It won't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I won't show you the back if you haven't
Go to
sent the
Cancun.
card yet. So I'll just show you in my custom brand manager. This is my personal back. And I also have one for my family. But this is what I use for sending out to potential clients or team members. It says helping people stay connected, has a picture of me, a nice little quote, and then my website and my phone number.
Oh, that's so great. I love that, Tracy.
So that's one way that I plan on using the new campaigns. This other one I'm going to show you, I've pretended that I have I did an estimate today for my window tint business, and this gentleman's name was Darby. I put thank you very much. This is the white pearl. Dear first name, thank you for taking the time to meet with me. If you have any questions regarding your estimate, don't hesitate to contact us. I look forward to the possibilities. Best regards, Tracy and Darby, and then our phone number and our email address and the picture of the house that I went and gave the estimate at.
Is that Disneyland?
That's the castle from last year.
Wow, big account, Trace. Good job.
Right? That'll be a hefty little account, won't it? Yeah. So now I'm going to show you the custom brand manager. I happen to have, Darby has his own account, but this is our Pro Tint back that we use. And so I'm very careful when I use campaigns that all of my cards and my campaigns are either vertical or horizontal. I try not to mix them up because your back will print only in the vertical way. So I also have horizontal backs that I made in PicMonkey, and I created them specifically to be horizontal. This particular one I only have in a vertical. And so I show on here a house so that customers who may be receiving a card from us and they had a vehicle tinted, they may not know that we tint houses and buildings as well. So I have a house on here. And then of course I have a vehicle on here so that people who have had a house or a business tinted would know that we also do vehicles.
Oh, cross-selling.
So
That's so cool how the sun is
yeah.
setting in those windows.
So
That's so smart, Tracy. A lot of people, they don't realize that the back of the card, just like a back of a business card, is real estate for your business.
Mhm.
If you're not using it,
Mhm.
you're wasting that. Yeah.
Right.
Great utilization.
This is the back that I use for a bank. They cannot send out their own cards because they can't store their contacts outside of their secure server at the bank. So they actually have me send their cards and gifts to them at the bank, and then they hand deliver them. I don't know why it cleared itself. Oh, still there. Well, anyways, you could see it when they were smaller. So I send them the card and gift to the bank, and then the lending officer takes it to the customer. And then I want to show you our family's personal one that we use. So if I was sending a birthday card or an anniversary card or something to someone, I wouldn't send my marketing on the back of it. I just send this simple family one that's 2 pictures of our family, and it just has our names. Because I don't want people receiving personal cards from me to feel like I'm marketing to them. So I fill that real estate with just our family.
Right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So
Great job.
those are just 2 ways I plan on using the first impressions.
Okay. Now, I know I didn't maybe ask you this, but when you are going out and presenting to other businesses, do you plan on seeing people and taking the kit with you? What do you plan on doing?
Since I started Send Out Cards 6 years ago, I have probably 98% of the time met with businesses, with either salespeople or business owners. And my reason for that is I am a business owner, and I know how valuable it was for me And so I felt like that's who made the most sense for me to show it to. So the one thing that I run into the most is I don't have time to create cards. I don't know what I want to send. I don't know what to say. I'm not very creative. So these first impressions handle all of those objections. So I can literally show people, before I was with all of my customers, okay, I'll sit down and create the campaigns that you want and need, and then helping them send those. But now I can literally say, look, your package comes with these, and here's how you can use them. And so I really think that kit is neat because you can take it and they can see and they can feel. Because I always take sample cards with me. That's great. But now they can actually see cards. And one thing Sue's really good at is when she sends cards to a potential client, she custom brands the back of the card to that client. So when they receive the card, they already see the card as if they were sending it to their clients. So if you were going to meet with a potential client and you had time, I would send them one of those first impressions cards and I would custom brand the back with their custom branding. So I did change my new first impressions campaigns. I put my custom branding on the back rather than just the gold send out cards logo.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I do that too. If I can find their website or if they have a
Mhm.
Facebook page and I can get good logos or images, then I'm going to do that as well.
Right.
Yeah, great. Excellent. So I want to make sure that I'm clear on the first impressions kit. You see these as a single card campaign. Is that correct?
They are single card campaigns, and they are not cards you can save, and they are not campaigns that you can share with anyone. So, but what they do is show people who don't have time to be creative a simple way that they can log in and have a couple of different choices of standard cards that a business will need to send.
Okay.
Obviously, if I don't want to take up everybody's time, but I could log into our ProTent account and show you some of the ways that we use campaigns. We typically send anywhere from a 3 to 5 card campaign with gifts to our clients. And,
Let's have you do that on one of our weekly Zooms that we're going to do. That'd be awesome. We'll feature something different each time. That'll be great. So with these first impression cards, because I haven't had time to go in and play with them yet like you have, Trace, they could add a second and third card on their own to that campaign though, correct?
I haven't tried adding another card to the campaign, but I could go right now into the campaign manager and click on one of those and see if we can edit that campaign. I just have a couple campaigns.
I would imagine you could add a second card, third card, but this would get them started.
Yeah, I think. Let's see here. Yeah, create a new card for this campaign. Cool. So that's an option. Now, I believe your additional cards in the campaign would not be premium paper. They would then be standard paper. But
Didn't they say you were changing all of our cards to 14 point?
Yes. Well, yes, but it wouldn't be the pearl or the satin.
Okay.
So it would just be a standard card stock, but it is going to be a heavier card stock.
Yeah, the standard stock is improving.
So,
okay. Excellent. Thank you, Tracy. Well done. That was awesome. I'm inspired. Yay. Thank you.
See, I have a question on the cardstock.
Yes.
Are those actual, because it seems like I saw it somewhere and I haven't sent one yet, but are those more points?
Yeah.
Are those cards more points?
Aren't they?
5 points.
Okay. All right. That's what I thought. I just wanted to make sure I saw that correctly.
I saw it in the app demo, in the demo where they were demoing it.
Oh, sure.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So they are 5 points. Okay.
That's like earlier.
Okay. Let's talk about, so we kind of breezed over the app. But if you just go into your phone, my phone was charging. Let me go grab it. And I don't think I can show it, but if everybody could just kind of grab their phone. Okay, so I got my phone.
Yeah.
Just so everybody knows where to find it.
Tracy, I can share my phone on this. You want me to share
you're so smart. Okay, so you've got the little what's that called? What's that called where you're doing that, Jean?
AirPlay.
AirPlay.
What's she doing? She's sharing her phone.
Yay.
Oh, yeah. What's his name uses that?
See, all I do in my business is I just recruit people that are smarter than I am.
That's a smart plan.
I know.
Jean, I just want to tell you I love your new hairdo.
Well, I
Thank
was trying to
you.
figure out how to do this last night.
Okay, so here we are on my phone. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
so
exactly what I would envision your home screen to look like, Jean.
so if you go to the account button in the bottom right corner, and then share, send out cards.
Yeah, we only had it on our Droid.
And then you
Yeah,
can
we have two
message,
people here that have droids and they don't have it yet.
and then
Okay.
is it not on the Android yet?
No, you can't, it's not, it won't load.
And then when you choose your content, when it actually sends to them, it actually looks like a pretty little envelope then.
Mm-hmm.
And it sends to them via email, text.
You
I'm not
can
sure.
make that choice.
Oh, you make that choice.
Yep.
My,
You can even put it on Facebook or Twitter.
Oh, cool.
Big
Facebook,
thing, yeah.
my, the Android does share.
4.8.
Yeah, I thought it did.
Yeah, okay.
It's the
I shared it earlier
Yeah.
today, and this is what it looks like on the person when I sent it. I don't know if anybody can see that or not.
Yeah, with the little envelope.
Okay.
So that's what it looks like once I send it.
I did a walkthrough on Monday with a gal, and she had an Android, so it was my first time sharing the link with someone with an Android and then doing a walkthrough and helping her send a card and brownies from her Android. So that was fun because I was using a device I wasn't used to. But we did it, and it worked, and it was great. So,
Yeah, I thought it worked
but
on
you
the.
can show them the bundle options and everything on there, which is
Holy
fabulous.
I think I found it.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's under account settings, I think.
sharing options.
Jean, how did you get your phone on Zoom? You said, where's?
Remember where you saw the share screen, the little green icon? When you click on that, it allows you to choose your phone or iPad. And
Yeah, I
then
did that.
phone, yeah, once you do that, then you go to your phone and you choose, you flip up the bottom little thing where like the airdrop is and your calculator is and things.
Oh,
And
got
then
it.
it'll give you
Okay.
the option of AirPlay.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Yep.
Okay, wait a minute. I gotta learn that too. Okay, so I click share screen.
Yep.
Oh, iPhone, iPad.
Yep.
And then I would have to.
Then you go to your phone and you just flick up from the bottom where your
I don't know why I can never get that to do it when I want it to. Oh, there it is. Okay, AirPlay.
Yep.
Mine comes up.
To share your screen TV.
It says looking for Apple TV.
I don't think this is
Apple TV.
That's what mine says.
Oh.
Where your iPhone on Apple TV? It says looking for Apple TV.
That's what mine
Oh, wait,
says.
maybe I didn't click share screen over here. Okay, there we go. Oh, a plug-in is required to share an iPhone, iPad screen.
On your computer, yes. You need to actually upgrade on your computer.
Okay, is it okay to do that right now because I started?
Why not?
We can do it less later.
I'm just gonna have to go.
Okay. I just wanted to try it real quick. It was fun. Oh, okay. Choose a Wi-Fi network. Uh-oh, AirPlay?
Yeah, so you both have to be on the same Wi-Fi network. Your phone and the computer need to be on the same Wi-Fi network.
Oh, okay. I think I'll do that later.
one.
Probably not. Yeah, okay. All right, I'll do it later. All right. Thank you for sharing that with me, though. I'm going to play with that later. Excellent. Okay, so let's do this. Let's talk about the Cancun trip and winning.
Yes.
And, I have, hang on. If I share my screen, where is that little baby?
No, I didn't find it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is the blog page. Okay, can you see it?
Yes.
Okay, so this is the Send Out Cards blog page, which you can find under the Resource Center in the website. If you're, we get the emails all the time that tell us when they've updated something on the blog. But if you just go to blog.sendoutcards.com, you'll get there as well. But this is all about the incentive trip. It's probably in the downloads too. I haven't looked yet to see if it's in there. But I would recommend finding that if it's in there. Let's look real quick.
It is in the downloads.
In the downloads?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So go into the downloads and then print it so that you have it in front of you.
Yeah, we got.
Also, I forgot to mention, Tracy, that there's also in the downloads the first impression kit information sheet.
Okay, so downloads, we click here, and it's just loading slow. Okay, so the first impressions, that's going to be under the letter F, first impressions flyer kit, and then the Cancun, cash for Cancun, here it is. Okay, so you want to click that and make sure that you have that in front of you so you're clear on what you need to do to win the trip. But it's based on points, and it's kind of cool because you could win, you know, your trip 25% paid for all the way up to 150% paid for, and this is for 2 people. If you do the 150%, then you actually get $800 cash that you could use for your airfare as well. So you want to map out your strategy. How are you going to do that? Well, to get 100% of your trip paid for, I looked at that. I was like, well, I need 72 points in order for that to happen. If I just want to go for the 100%. And if I'm just working on building managers, then divide that by 6 points. I need to create or help to promote 12 managers in my manager code. So let's say you're brand new and you're just getting started. Then what you want to do, well, you got to get yourself to manager. And then you're going to help those 3 that you got to, you know, you got to sponsor 3 more and help those 3 get to manager, right? And that would give you 6, 12, 18, right? And then just continue to do that. Help those 3 to get there, get to manager. That would be one way to do that. Just help, once you get to manager, sponsor 3 more, help each of those 3 get to manager. And then help their people get to manager or continue to sponsor. Now there's other ways to do it, of course, is selling the bundles. So as you're sponsoring people, as you're going for manager, most people are going to want to start with a marketing bundle, right? That's the way most people start. And when I present it, that's what I highlight. I let people know there's different options. Here's what most people do. Here's what I did. And it's a marketing, I started with the marketing bundle. Everyone usually wants to start with the marketing bundle when you're doing the business because it's going to give you all of the tools that you need to set yourself up to leverage yourself for the greatest amount of success with this business. And you're going to make, you know, $140 every time you sell one of those marketing bundles. And people tend to do what you do. So if you want to earn that kind of income, then you want other people to follow suit. So that's kind of how I present it. So for every person that you sponsor on your way to manager, you're going to earn 3 points when you sell them the marketing bundle. So that's 9 points right there. Then you help, you want your manager, you want to just rinse and repeat. Get 3 more people, help those 3 people get to manager. And it's 6 points for everyone that you get to manager. And along the way, you'll probably sell some personal bundles. You might go in and see some businesses, show this first impression kit, pick up 4 points every time you do that. If they have need for multiple seats inside their business, a real estate office, a car sales lot, an insurance company, something like that where they might have multi-users, they're going to want that business bundle. So, you know, it's going to probably be a mixture, but I just looked at if I'm just doing what we're supposed to be doing, which is promoting managers, you know, we're sponsoring a new person, helping them get to manager, sponsoring another person, helping them get to manager, teaching that same thing. It's going to take 12 managers to win that trip for 2 fully paid. And then go beyond and get the 108 points. Does that make sense?
Makes sense.
Makes sense. So Jean, if you want to share, do you want to share your screen where that tracking sheet is and let everybody know what to do with that?
So you should have received an invitation to, I guess, Tracy, you have to stop sharing and then I can share.
Oh, I do?
That's okay. There we go.
Okay. Now, there's some of you that might not have gotten an invitation from me to share this document. And I'm just going to, if you didn't receive it, just send me an email to Tracy, spelled Tracy, at positivemail, MAIL.biz. Tracy@positivemail.biz. If you have my other Gmail email, which is my first and last name @gmail, that works too. And just ask me to share it.
So when you get there, you're just going to type your name in underneath our names. And this is a very simple tracking. You're probably going to want to keep track. I like that Sue made her big chart, right? You probably want to make a chart to keep track of what you're doing and everything else. But at its basic, I think this is really very sublime, Tracy. I like what you chose. It's, first of all, in week 1, and this is what you'll fill in today. So you're going to go in there and put your name, and you're going to put your appointment goal. What is your goal for next week? How many appointments do you want to have for next week? Next week, when you come to the call, you're going to fill in how many you held and how many Cancun points you earned. And that's all. And then it totals it at the end. So you'll see the total, it will total for you at the end of your row. And so what's on here is 12 weeks through the end of the year, and then we'll continue on through March 31st.
Awesome.
Very cool.
Thanks for putting it together. Scroll down so they can see that the point tracker's down at the bottom too.
Point chart is right here at the bottom.
Point chart, yeah. So this way, when anybody logs into this Google sheet and puts their numbers in, all of us see it. Okay, so we'll see who's getting the most points. We'll see who's doing the most appointments. It's kind of a little kick in the pants, you know, a little accountability, a little bit of healthy competition. And I don't know, I know that works for me. The other thing I want to say about contests, anytime you go for a contest, whether you earn the contest or not, and I don't want to talk about that, it's early in the game and we're all gonna earn it. In fact, my goal isn't just to earn the contest, it's to have the most contest earners on that beach in Cancun together than any other team. That's my goal. Okay, so it's all about all of us going together. As we are focused on that and we're going for it, we are doing what counts even more really long-term than winning a trip or earning a trip, and that is we're building our businesses. So that's the real prize, is that you're building your business. The incentive trip is a really fun way to give us that goal, that focal point to be shooting for, because if we don't have that goal, like Jean mentioned at the beginning here tonight, we're just kind of meandering about, right? So this gives us something really, really significant to focus on, something fun. And I'm a big believer in building celebration into every goal that you set. What better way to celebrate than all of us on the beach with our little umbrella drinks, right? It's not how much fun we have together at a convention.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So so that's, for me, that's a big, huge motivator, is having that trip and knowing that we're each and everyone making money and building our businesses when we're just focused on what we need to do to get on the trip. Okay, you guys excited about that?
Yes.
Okay, so Jean started the point tracking for next week. But for those of you who've been out capturing points already, just bundle them in with next week's points, because she didn't put a space in there for this week. So go ahead and do that. Like Sue, you've been busy doing that already. Jean, would you share with us the texting party that you do on Fridays? Because everyone's going to be invited to the pool party.
It's all cool. So start share screen. So I started this over the summer to see if it would work. And it's actually extraordinarily cool. And what we do is on Friday afternoon at 2:00 Central Time, we meet in a Facebook group. And that's in the World Soccer Team. You'll find this event called the Texting Virtual Pool Party. And what happens is at the top of the hour, I will pop on. You can come sit by my pool. I expect you to bring some beverage of some sort. It can be coconut water, or if you're ready for afternoon, we can go there. And water feature. You need to take a picture next to your water feature. If that's your bathtub, I am okay with that. I just need you to be next to your water feature. You take a picture of yourself, you post yourself on there. I will pop on live. You will come in and say, hey, I'm here. And then we make a group where we all talk during the hour. And what you're going to do is you are going to text or private message. We have all the scripts. And you are going to set up your calendar for the next week. Done. And then you get to take the weekend off. Because I'm all about having weekends off.
If you want to work the weekend, you can.
Well, you can. I know. You can work your weekend if you want. If that's when you have your appointments set, then that's great. But what happens is even if you don't set your appointments during that hour, people will continue to text you back over the weekend and you will fill your calendar. And so you show up with a list of 10 to 20 people, you text them all in 1 hour, and you will be full for the next week, period.
Fantastic.
Now, if you can't come then, and I completely understand some people that just doesn't work at that time, that is completely okay. What you're going to do is you're going to choose your own texting pool party time, 1 hour that you're going to set aside to fill your calendar. You're going to go back to the texting pool party event. You're going to open it up and you're going to pretend like you're there live. You're just going to play the video. You're going to be there, and then you're going to go on. You're going to take your picture. Here I am. I'm doing my thing. And you can also send in your results. Say what happened. I texted 15 people, and I got 9 appointments. That's what you can put in there. And it really works if you decide to do it.
The first time I came, Jean, I got my time zone crossed or something, and I showed up, and I thought I was live, and I was like, why won't she say hi to me?
Just dissing you there.
So this 2 to 3 p.m., that's Central Time. Is that correct?
That is Central Time, yeah.
Okay, great. So that's noon for me, and 3 for those of you who are on the East Coast, or 1 for those of you who are Mountain Time.
Yes.
Awesome. And then on that page, Jean, do you have suggested scripts?
Yes, there are scripts. There's the standard scripts is in a download in the files section. And then, of course, we have our new scripts that they presented at convention. I will have those up as well by Friday.
You're awesome.
You are awesome.
Okay. Awesome. Who's coming to the pool party Friday?
Pool party!
Pool party! That is tomorrow.
That is tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Put it on your calendar, set an alarm.
I already did mine because I won't be there, so
Oh,
I'm ahead of the game.
you are. How many appointments did you put on, Lisa?
I did 10, and I've got 2 appointments set so far.
Awesome.
Yay, good for you, Lisa.
Oh, 2 out of 10. Excellent.
Yep.
Okay. All right. You know what? I love your all your names. You guys have come up with the best names for your team. It almost seems kind of, I don't know, redundant to have all these little sub teams and so forth. But I want to have a page on Facebook now instead of depending on this Google group that not everybody is in and not everybody gets the emails when I send them out. So I want to have you all help choose a name for our team that includes all of us. So we called ourselves at convention last year. I think it was last year. We were the power team when we did the superheroes, right? So that's one idea. I was thinking this Zoom thing is so much fun, and we're going to be meeting here weekly. Team Zoom is kind of cute.
Or we could just do Tracy's Zoom party.
How about Power Zoom?
Zumba.
Or the Zumba, yeah. Well,
Yes.
that's funny you should say that, because actually Mary
Thank you.
and I are going to do, we're going to be calling it Zoom Pals, ZOOMBA, Pals. And we're going to get together and do really short little exercises together on the Zoom. And we're going to spend like 3 to 5 minutes doing these little exercises.
Thank you.
So that's probably going to be
Introducing Paul.
Any other ideas? Here, tell you what. Put your mind on that. A team name, and then email me your ideas to the Tracy TRACY @positivemail.biz. And then next week I can put out the ideas and we can vote. How's that sound?
Sounds
Sounds
good.
good.
Okay.
Well, I have a question for the group.
Yes.
Do you remember at convention they had a challenge if you had a meeting this week to put it on the Facebook page?
Oh.
And you win, wasn't it $1,000 or something that they were going to choose one group to win? Do you guys remember that?
I remember a bunch of prizes that
Who makes things
Barlow
up?
was giving.
No.
I remember.
Yeah,
It's that she perks right up, right?
Since I have Alzheimer's,
Ooh, yummy. Oh my
Did you bring that, Sue?
I remember it was Steve Schultz, I'm pretty sure, and there was some contest, but I didn't write it down, and I don't remember exactly what hashtag he said to put. Or anything.
Huh. I remember Steve said for people to send him a card with your IMs, like what you're committing to do.
As I said,
Right. I remember that. But there was also something about having a meeting.
And then Melissa Barlock did one where they were going to give away a bunch of prizes, but
I don't know if I could put this
sending
about
a
the
card. That was
Oracles
about sending cards and taking a
on
picture.
the Facebook page because it.
You don't know that political.
There's Sharon. Hi, Sharon. I don't know. I guess we just have to ask, what's the $1,000 giveaway contest?
Yeah.
Steve, we'll put
It
it on.
was something about sending in a meeting picture, though.
It was about meetings.
Yeah, it was something about sending in a picture of your meetings this week.
Yeah.
I don't remember what the prize was, though.
Was that Steve, or was that the thing Melissa did? I'm sorry, I don't remember. I might have it in my notes.
Well, if anybody finds it, text it or email it to me because I took
for this
of
week
our
we
meeting.
passed though. We have to.
It was this week. It was like by tomorrow.
Oops.
Yeah, remember Friday was the deadline.
Yeah.
I did a screenshot of the, of the group.
You just did?
Yeah, I did a screenshot.
Oh, that's fun. Tracy just took a picture too.
I took a picture because the Dawn and Danny and Matt and Steve and I all have a group, and I was asking Dawn and Matt where they were, and Dawn didn't know anything about it.
Oh well, I told everybody and I emailed everybody. Maybe I don't have the right email for Dawn. And I know Matt was he was with the client. He did call me and let me know. Okay, well, next week. Okay, so is this a good time? You guys like Thursday evening like this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, we talked all the way home about doing a Thursday evening call before we knew we were going to. So perfect.
Okay, let's keep it at this time then, 5:30 Pacific Thursdays, and let's make our Zooms like 30 minutes. Let's shoot for making them 30 minutes.
Okay.
And what we'll do is we'll look at the points, okay, and just for recognition, and then we'll like share a tip. So it'll be like accountability, recognition, and a tip.
Very good.
And if you have any other ideas, let me know.
There should be dancing and singing also.
Dancing and singing. Yeah, we'll begin and end with dancing and singing.
Okay.
Tracy, I can't make it on Thursday evenings, but I will listen to the recordings. Okay.
Oh.
I work on Thursday evenings, but that's okay.
For the time being.
Well, we could do Wednesdays if that.
No, I'm working nights now, so don't worry about it. I'll catch up with your audios.
Okay. Well, we just got to get you going on, executive and beyond.
Come on.
Right? Let's do it.
All right.
Okay, cool.
I want to learn about that share app button.
The share app button. You mean
Yeah.
this?
We're into technology this afternoon. We just went out and bought new iPhones, and we're all about the technology.
Oh, good.
All right.
Hey, welcome to the club.
Well, we had iPhone 5s, but we just upgraded, so we're having a little fun with this.
Awesome.
Way to support that economy.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on.
Okay. So, you guys, if you have any questions about the Google Doc, how to do it or anything like that, just try to figure it out. But if you can't, email me. Tracy@positivemail.biz. And basically, you're just going to go into your, Jean, since you're good at showing the screen, can you show where people go into their account and click on the Google Drive? What I don't know what happens is those of you who aren't using Google, because I shared it with people with like Yahoo and so forth, and it told me that you're going to get the form, but I don't know that when you type in it that it's going to show your results up here unless you're in a Google Drive.
Yeah, my understanding is that you do need to make an account in Google Drive. So even if you don't have one, you're going to end up being Google-fied. So, but we could just email the form and someone else can fill it in for you if you just can't get it to go. Because Google is a little annoying that way. But when you get there, if it's been shared with you, it will just show up in your shared documents. So, and it sorts them by today. So you can see this one shows today. I have 2 versions. Open it in Excel. It's going to say, what do you want to open this with? Let me see if I can make it do that. Edit as a Google Sheet. You're going to choose the Google Sheet, and that allows you to actually open it. So that's, yeah, hang
That's
on.
not the one that we edited.
Right, that's not.
Doesn't have our names.
Right, because I opened the one with that was in Google Sheets. I just wanted to show you what you could see.
Oh, okay.
Now you can see what you'll see when you actually open it. Oh, now I have 2 of them. Great.
So let me show you how I do it, and I don't know. We're figuring this out as we go. Can I share the screen real quick,
Yep.
Jean? Okay, and I don't know if this is correct, but this is how I'm doing it. Okay, hang on one second. Okay, so when I'm in my Gmail account or like in my Google, I click on these. Can you guys see this?
No, you have to share.
Oh, I thought I did. Sorry. I'm not sharing? Okay. Okay, so I'm in the Google. I could click on Gmail and do it this way, or see these little boxes right here?
Oh.
Looks like tic-tac-toe. When I click there, I'm going to open up my drive.
You can do a shared drive.
Okay, and when I open up my drive, I'm going to then click on Shared with Me. And then that's where I find the Tracy's Cancun party. I love the way you made that, Jean. Okay. Oh, and look, Woody and Michelle have already figured out how to add their names.
Yay. Yay. Good job.
So if I were to add in my appointment goal is 5, let's say, it's going to stay there now. Okay, so if I go and close it, and then the next time I go and open it again, it should save everything any of us do, even if multiples of us are working on it at the same time. Oh, Lisa just put in 5. Okay.
Awesome.
Okay.
Awesome.
Awesome. Okay, you guys. Love you so much. It's good to be here with you all.
Love you, Tracy.
Cheers. See you tomorrow by the pool, hopefully. Okay. Thanks everybody for your participation. Appreciate you all.